Hi everyone again. This time we'll analyze and predict the Indian Wells Masters 1000. So as to inform you, the draw is divided into halves, but we will go in the order of the rounds, instead of first completing one half and then the other. Now we can start. Here you have the first half to take a look at it. Now we start. Pospisil versus Lu. Pospisil comes from the quali, but however he's a very good player. We think he can defeat Lu, who is not having good results this year. Lajovic versus Tiafoe. Lajovic is a very talented player, but Tiafoe does also have talent for this game, and he is younger and a home player, so he will win. Gohosik versus Opelka. Really, we don't know how they play, but we heard that Gohosik has been having very good results at challengers, so he should win this match. Monaco versus Manarino. Monaco is coming back after some months of inactivity, but we can say this is not a very difficult first match, so we think he will win. Robredo versus Kachanov. Robredo is also coming from an injury, and Kachanov is rising and becoming a better player, so he should win. Zumur versus Harrison. Both players are going to Indian Wells in a great moment, but taking account that Harrison is the local player, we go with him. Clizan versus Monteiro. Two left-handed players who can play very well. However, Clizan's experience will help him win the match. Fonini versus Kravchuk. Fonini may not be at his best moment, but he shouldn't have problems to win. Haase versus Laurenzi. Haase is coming in a great moment, and it seems that Laurenzi couldn't adapt himself to the surface, so we go with Haase. Dolgopolov versus Troicki. Really good match to be first round. Without a justification, we go with Ukrainian. Nishioka versus Aimer. Aimer defeated Nishioka on the qualis, but the Japanese player entered to the main draw as a lucky loser. We think this time Nishioka will take revenge and pass to the second round. Fratangelo versus Tomic. Fratangelo was about to knock out Djokovic last year, but finally he couldn't. We think this year, unfortunately for him, he will lose again. Basilashvili versus King. Basilashvili is a good player, but he is very irregular. We've never seen him play, but we've heard that King is also a good player. However, we go with Basilashvili. Thompson versus Tursunov. Tursunov was a great player some years ago, but something happened to him, probably an injury, and we didn't see him again. So, as we don't know how he is, we go with Thompson. Sousa versus Schwartzman. Really attractive match, but maybe the Argentinian comes in a better level, so we go with him. Alvot versus Chardy. Alvot has been playing qualis this year, so if we talk about level and ranking, Chardy should defeat him. Top half of the first round is done. Now let's go with the bottom one. Here you have the second half of the main draw to take a look at it. Now we start. Per versus Fritz. Fritz is a good player and he's a local player this time, so we go with him. Mayut versus Jaziri. Mayut seems to be a better player, so we think he will win. Laaksonen versus Koric. Really never saw Laaksonen play, just sometimes in Davis Cup, but he was in the bench. We all know that Koric is a young, very good player, so he should win. Medvedev versus Yuzhny. Medvedev is one of the next-gen players, but we really do not consider him a very good player, so we go with Yuzhny. Giraldo versus Struff. Being sincere, Giraldo had better results in the past, and recently he didn't have a good ATP level tournament. Struff has been playing on the tour this season, so we go with him in this one. Young versus Kozlov. We know Kozlov is a young talented player, but we don't know how he plays, so we go with Young. Olivo versus Vesely. Tough match, although none of the players is that good. Maybe, without knowing why, we go with Vesely. Evans vs Brown. Evans defeated Brown last week in Dubai, and we think the result will be repeated this week. Garcia Lopez vs Pela. A difficult match to give a prediction, but we think that Pela can win. Herbert vs Bellucci. Being sincere, Bellucci had quite good results in the past, but recently Herbert is playing better, so we think he will defeat the Brazilian. Anderson vs Gallo. The tournament is played on hard courts, so we don't think Gallo will be able to win, taking account the speed Anderson serves and forehands have. Robert vs Zella. Really, we don't consider Robert a very good player, and Zella isn't a bad player, so we go with him. Copil vs Zeballos. Copil has been playing qualies this year, and Zeballos challengers maybe. However, knowing how he plays, we go with the Argentinian. Beneteau vs Bagnis. Bagnis is a good player, but we can say that maybe Beneteau is, or maybe was, a better one. But his experience will help him take the match. Delbonis vs Kuznetsov. Both players can play really good if they are in a good day, but we think Delbonis maybe has some more weapons, so we'll see him on the second round. Edmund vs Elias. We've seen Elias playing at the clay court South American Tour in the past weeks, and he plays quite good. However, we know Edmund is a hardcore player, so we go with him in this one. Second half of the first round is completed, and with that, we completed all the extensive first round. Now, let's go with the second one. Murray vs Pospisil. Actually, Murray shouldn't have problems to defeat this player, who also isn't at his best moment. Tiafoe vs Lopez. Lopez isn't having a good season, and knowing that Tiafoe is playing at home and is a future star, we think he will upset the Spaniard. Carreño Busta vs Gohousic. Carreño is a player who can play really good at any surface, so this match shouldn't cost him much effort. Monaco vs Bautista Agut. As we said before, Monaco is coming back after some time without playing, and we think Bautista will be too much for him. Goffin vs Kachanov. Kachanov is a very good player, but in our opinion, he can't defeat Goffin yet. Harrison vs Ramos Viñolas. Harrison is the local player, but Ramos comes from some great tournaments in South America, so no matter the surface change, we think he will win. Cuevas vs Klizan. Taking account that Klizan is really talented and that Cuevas plays really better on clay courts, we think that Klizan will win. Fournier vs Zonga. Both are going to become daddies proximately. Just something we wanted to tell you. Fournier is not playing well, so Zonga should win easily. Wawrinka vs Hase. Hase comes from a very good tournament, and Wawrinka from a very bad one. However, we think Stan will defeat the Dutch. Dolgopolov vs Kohlschreiber. Dolgopolov is a very regular player, but very good at the same time. However, we think Kohlschreiber will win this match, as the Ukrainian comes with many matches from the past weeks. Karlovic vs Nishioka. Karlovic isn't playing well, but he should win this match. Tomic vs Berdych. Berdych didn't have a very good week in Dubai, as he lost to Hase, but we think that this week he will be able to pass to the third round. Monfils vs Basilashvili. Basilashvili is really irregular, so if Monfils has a good day, he shouldn't have chances to defeat him. Thompson vs Isner. If Isner has a good day with his serve, he should win. Misha Zverev vs Schwartzman. Schwartzman is a really complete player who can easily break Misha's serve and volley, so we go with him. Chardy vs Thiem. Tim is another player who hasn't been playing as he can on hard courts this year, but however, he should win this match. First half of the second round is completed. Now let's go with the second one. Cilic versus Fritz. Fritz is another player who's still growing, but who has a great future. However, Cilic is one of the best players currently, so he will pass. Mayut versus Granollers. Mayut sometimes gets to the quarterfinals or semifinals of a tournament. Instead, it is much rarer to see Granollers on a semifinal, so we think Mahut will win. Sok versus Koric. Two young players, but maybe Sok is a little more mature in a way, so that will help him win the match. Yuzny versus Dimitrov. Yuzny was a great player in the past, but now that he is older, his results are not being the same ones. Instead, Dimitrov is having an amazing season, so he should win without problems. Puil versus Struff. Puil had 2 consecutive good weeks, so Struff has practically no chances to win. Young versus Quarry. Quarry comes from the title in Acapulco, so if he plays like he played last week, Young has no chances to win. Müller versus Vesely. This season, Müller is having good results. Instead, Vesely isn't. So, we go with the one of Luxembourg. Evans versus Nishikori. Evans is having quite a good season until now, but if Nishi is in a good day, he should defeat him. Nadal versus Pella. Nothing to say about this match, as Rafa should win quickly. Herbert versus Verdasco. Verdasco comes at a very high level, so he should win. Johnson versus Anderson. Very difficult match, but Steve Johnson is a better player, as Anderson has just a very good serve, so we go with the American. Sela versus Federer. Sela is a good player, but Roger should defeat him easily. Kyrgios versus Zevazos. Kyrgios shouldn't have any major problem to defeat the Argentinian. Beneteau versus Alexander Zverev. Old generation versus next generation. Beneteau has a lot of experience, but young Zverev is playing at an amazing level for his age, so he will win. Del Potro versus Del Bonis. The 2 players who led Argentina to the Davis Cup title. Clearly, Del Po is a better player, so we think he will win. Edmund versus Djokovic. Taking account that Djokovic isn't at his best level, this won't be an easy match for him. However, Djokovic should win if he has more or less a good day. Second round is finished. Now, let's go with the third one. Murray versus Tiafoe. Tiafoe is a very young player with a great future, but Murray should defeat him. Carreño Busta versus Bautista Agut. 2 different players. Bautista is a hardcore player and Carreño a clay court player. So, if everything goes okay for Bautista, he should win. Goffin versus Ramos Vignolas. Goffin should win, as Ramos plays better on clay, and Goffin is definitely a great hardcourt player. Klizan versus Tsonga. Klizan is a great player, but Tsonga is having an amazing season, so if he has a good day, he should win. Wawrinka versus Kohlschreiber. Really tough match, but Wawrinka will take it out and pass to the 4th round. Karlovic versus Berdych. Karlovic isn't having a good season, and his serve is not working well, so we think Berdych will win. Monfils versus Isner. Isner is playing at home, but he doesn't come from a good result last week in Acapulco. Monfils doesn't come from a good result either, but we think he will pass to the 4th round in this one. Schwartzman versus Thiem. Schwartzman is a good player, but Thiem in a good day should defeat him. Top half of the 3rd round is done. Now let's go with the one of the bottom. Cilic versus Mayut. It is a great result for my youth getting to a Masters 1000 third round, but in our opinion, he will lose to Silic. Sok versus Dimitrov. Whoa, what a match to be a third round one. Both are having a great season, but Sok is the local player, so we go with him in this one. Puil versus Quarry. Puil is a very good player, but Quarry is playing really great, so he will pass to the fourth round. Mueller versus Nishikori. Mueller is a good player, but Nishikori should defeat him easily if he has a good day. Nadal versus Verdasco. Verdasco is playing at quite a good level, but we think Rafa will defeat his countryman to pass to the fourth round. Johnson versus Federer. Johnson isn't coming at his best moment, and Roger neither. However, Roger is Roger, and he should win. Kyrgios versus Alexander Zverev. The future of tennis in one match. It will be a tough battle, both are great players, but this time we go with Kyrgios. Del Potro versus Djokovic. Isn't enough with all the tough matches we analyze on the third round? Nope. Here we've got another one. They played last week and Nole won. This week, in our opinion, it will be Del Pot's turn. Third round is ready, let's go with the fourth one. Murray versus Bautista Agut. Bautista is a great player and Murray is the world number one and has a lot of pressure. However, we think he will be able to win this match. Goffin versus Tsonga. Great match, it will be a battle, but we think Tsonga comes in a higher level, so we go with him. Wawrinka versus Berdych. Tough match, as Nan is having a great moment. We can say Wawrinka is a better player, so we go with him on this match. Monfils versus Thiem. Challenging match for both players, but Thiem is in a better form in our opinion, so we think he will pass to the quarterfinals. Silic versus Sok. We couldn't decide who was going to win this match, as it is very even. We searched for the head-to-head, and Sok wins 2-0, so as he is also a home player, we go with him in this match. Quarry versus Nishikori. Quarry is a local player who comes in a great moment. On the other hand, Nishi has a lot of expectations to win a Masters 1000, and he has the weapons to do so he will be one step nearer passing to the quarterfinals. Nadal versus Federer. Final of the Australian Open in the fourth round of a Masters 1000. This is tennis. It will be a very exciting match, but this time we go with Rafa. Kyrgios versus Del Potro. Nice match, as both are amazing players. However, people in the US love Del Potro, so we think he will get inspired and pass to the quarterfinals. Quarterfinals are set, so let's go with them. Murray versus Tsonga. Tough match for Tsonga against the world number one. However, Tsonga has it all to defeat the Brit, but we think it won't be that day. Wawrinka versus Thiem. Tough match, but the key factor of this match will be Wawrinka's experience that will help him take the match. Now, let's go with the other two quarterfinals. Sok versus Nishikori. Sok is a home player and people will be on his side. However, when Nishi is concentrated, he doesn't mind that kind of things, and that concentration will help him take the match. Nadal versus Del Potro. It will be a very difficult match for both of them, but we think Rafa will win this time. One step from the final, let's go with the semi-finals. Murray versus Wawrinka. Exciting match, as Murray has all the pressure to win, but we think he will be able to manage it and pass to the final. Now, let's go with the other semi-final. Nishikori versus Nadal. Another great semi-final. Nadal is definitely having a better season, so we think he will defeat the Japanese to enter to the final. The final is set. Let's analyze it to see who is going to get the title. Murray versus Nadal. Amazing final for amazing tournament. Murray is the world number one, but we think Nadal can win too. After some time talking, we decided that Rafael Nadal will be the champion of the 2017 BNP Paribas Open. Thank you very much for watching until the end, and we hope to see you on the next one. Bye!